Hello, everybody. This is Gareth Cahoon Speaks back here again with another video. The BBC has been caught with their pants down again. This time, the BBC Director General and new CEO resign. Their names are Tim Davie and Deborah Turner, and they have been given the proverbial boot because they were caught on a Panorama episode where they spliced two bits of video together to make it look like Donald J. Trump was calling for an insurrection on January 6th when the video is played normally. You can quite clearly see that in fact he was doing the opposite of what they said. But I think that Donald Trump suing the BBC is a good thing. But I think that Israel also should join in that suit, because for not just this past 2 years, it's been previous to that also, but especially this past 2 years, their coverage of the Israel-Hamas war is absolutely diabolical and so false. They even had pictures of a supposedly malnutrition child on their news sites saying that this is starvation in Gaza, when the actual fact was that the child had a congenital birth defect and was actually a disabled child that couldn't put in calories on if it even tried to. So this was one lie they were caught in. The other lie that they were caught in was the bombing of the hospital in Gaza, when in fact, instead of it being Israel that bombed the hospital, it was a Hamas rocket gone awry. But unfortunately, a lie can get halfway around the world while the truth is trying to get its pants on. And unfortunately, the British bullcrap cooperation needs to be dismantled, and people need to stop paying their license fee, because all they're doing is indoctrinating on the BBC. They don't tell the truth. They wouldn't know the truth if it smacked them in the face. Even the lady who stepped down the other day was speaking on the news, and she couldn't even give a good apology, when in clear fact it was so needed. But this is the BBC and we're used to it in the UK. And it's not just the BBC, it's the ITV News, it's Sky News, it's even GB News, which is the best news that you can watch in the UK has its positions where it won't have Tommy Robinson on speaking, and it won't have people like Ben and Beeb on. Um, so it's being biased too. We need, thank God for the new media, the podcasters, um, who are sharing the truth wide and freely. Because if it wasn't for the truth tellers on YouTube and, dare I say, TikTok, um, then we wouldn't know the truth, because these broadcasters have signed up to such a thing known as the Trusted News Initiative. If you type that up on your phone, you'll see that each news station has signed up to the Trusted News Initiative, which means that they'll all parrot the same baloney and expect us to take it. The BBC and ITV and Sky News and all the rest lost their way during COVID, and unfortunately the lies and the mistruths are just getting more and more elaborate. And what we need to do is boycott the BBC, because it isn't trusted news as the document that they've signed up to. Because if it was the trusted news, then they would tell the news how it is and not how they want you to think it is. So that's my spiel on the BBC and our so-called Trusted News Initiative. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.